We all want more sleep, right?
Yes.
You might be a high performer in your business or an entrepreneur, or you might be an athlete or parent, and you just feel tired, groggy, drowsy. Those are all indications that you're not getting enough sleep. So how much sleep do we need? Well, all the studies point to, as an adult, you need a minimum of 7 to 9 hours of sleep, good solid sleep, every single night. It's so important, right?
It's so important, especially for rest and recovery. If you are really trying to get to the next level as far as all your workouts go and really honing in on getting enough recovery, sleep is vital. Also for adrenal function too.
Right. Absolutely. It's going to help your organs repair. It's going to help rebuild your adrenals, your kidneys, all these things that are so critical to living a healthy, long life. And so, there are people, and I was at a time as an entrepreneur years ago where literally I would go 2 days working 48 hours nonstop without sleep and think I was fine and think I could do this, long term. And I'd go many times working 20 hours a day for like 2 weeks at a time. No joke. Sleeping like 4 hours a night, working 20 hours a day. I was able to keep that up for about a year and a half. Right? Now, that's pretty insane because they say most people can't do that for more than a couple of weeks before they start getting the results of... they compare the brain on someone who has that little sleep to somebody who's drunk. Literally, you can look at the brain studies and it's like your decision-making process, your actions, your thinking, or someone who's like drunk all the time. You have like wet brain. I was able to keep that up for about a year and a half until it finally crushed me. I got so sick, I literally couldn't move out of bed for weeks. And then I knew I had to quit that job. I couldn't do it anymore. So, and this is true, you can look at all the sleep studies. If you're not sleeping at least a good solid 7, 8, or 9 hours every night, then you need to get more because it's going to improve every area of your life.
It's so very true. And if you're someone who finds yourself like it's hard to fall asleep, we have some phenomenal exercises that you can do at home to be able to just get into that rest recovery mode, because I know that there can be a lot of anxiety and stress through working and working out and needing to accomplish this, needing to accomplish that when you lay down, there's some simple and profound exercises to be able to get into that resting state so that you can get into that deep sleep. You were speaking about one just a moment ago.
Yeah, so behind the scenes I was sharing with Derek, what I do every single night is, I'll read or watch something or listen to meditation music as I'm getting ready for bed. Yeah. And then once I get to that point where like my mind's starting to slow down a little bit and I know I'm ready to actually fall asleep, I'll say a mantra to myself and I start repeating in my mind something like, it's time to sleep. It's time for deep sleep. I'm ready for deep sleep. I use kind of a natural hypnosis process that, saying that deep sleep, constantly saying to yourself automatically starts putting your mind into natural hypnosis, which is a form, it's in nature everywhere. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But it takes you into that deep sleep zone. And you just come up with a mantra for yourself. I'm ready for deep sleep. My body's going to sleep. Now's time to go deep sleep. And just repeat it to yourself. Start slowing it down. Within 1 to 2 minutes every single night, I'm asleep. And I sleep 7 to 8 hours solid without waking up. And I really believe that, plus nutrition, plus exercise, plus meditation, a lot of other things I do help me get into that deep sleeping place. But, reducing stress is also huge.
Yeah. And another important thing that you can do to just reduce the stress in your life in general is get enough sleep.
Right.
And before you're falling asleep, before you're going to bed, get off of the Instagram, the Twitter, the Facebook. Get away from also the artificial lights, because if you're looking at a screen and there's something bright, your mind's going to register in some sense that it's still day. So maybe that's why, if in a sense, if you do have trouble sleeping, that could be causing that. But it is so important to be able to get enough sleep, because ultimately you're going to perform better in all areas of your life.
Absolutely. Turn off the TV, turn off the earphones, turn off everything. I put my phone on airplane mode and I put it 10 feet away from my bed. You do not want, turn off all your lights, turn off all devices. Any devices, your computers, anything that's running in your room is literally putting out electromagnetic frequency, and that is going to affect your sleep as well. So all these things, you want to sleep in pure darkness, right? People who sleep in pure darkness without any lights around from the windows anywhere else sleep deeper, get to that REM sleep cycle faster, and you can stay in that sleep longer, as well as, again, turn off all devices. And the key here is try to get to bed earlier. You know, if you're going to bed after midnight, studies show that it's harder to get into that deep sleep state longer. So getting to bed earlier, also waking up earlier. These things are all going to help you sleep better so you feel better and you live and perform better.
So very true. And so definitely take away from today's video, get more sleep.
And more quality sleep, right?
Yeah, more quality sleep. Thank you for tuning in today. Definitely hit that like, that subscribe button. Share this video. I know that there's a lot of people that do have trouble sleeping. I've worked with clients who have trouble sleeping and they do these exercises and they see results. Share this with family, friends. We appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in today.
Thanks so much. We'll talk to you tomorrow.